Hi everyone, I'm Robert Moody. Welcome to Online Insights. We have a great classics concert for you coming up. This is the concert that focuses on the orchestra and does what we do at least once a year, and really we try and do throughout the entire year, and that is to show you that the true star of the Portland Symphony Orchestra is the Portland Symphony Orchestra, these players. So we have 4 works on this concert. 3 is pretty typical for a classical concert, but the length of these works and the power of these works, I think, make for the right fit and the right combination of repertory for a very successful live music experience. We start with music of Anton Bruckner. We had a wonderful experience last season with the Bruckner 4th Symphony. Now, the issue with the Bruckner Symphony, they're so grand in scope, and most of the works of Bruckner are quite long. I can't tell you how excited I was, therefore, when I discovered this work of Bruckner. 3 pieces for orchestra. The entire 3 pieces encompass only about 11 minutes. 3 wonderful 3.5 to 4 minute vignettes that still give you the great feeling of the full power and scope of Bruckner. The second work of 4 on the program is by living composer Osvaldo Golijov. The piece we're going to play for you, called Sidereus, is part of a commission, a co-commission. We, the Portland Symphony Orchestra, joined with several orchestras around the country. We wanted to salute one of the great leaders of the League of American Orchestras, Henry Fogel, and Golijov gave us this piece in celebration of that person, and wow, what an incredible work we have for orchestra called Sidereus. We all have our favorite composers, our favorite pieces of music. For me, undoubtedly one of my favorite composers is the great Ralph Vaughan Williams, the British composer who wrote, I think, some of the most glorious choral music, orchestral music, and in the case of this concert, string music. Fantasia on a theme of Thomas Tallis. Well, Thomas Tallis, incredibly important Renaissance composer. He composed in the court of Henry VIII and Queen Elizabeth I, and the theme that he wrote, Vaughan Williams took and fleshed out for 2 string orchestras and a solo string quartet. So you'll be interested to see the placement of the strings when we play this piece. There'll be 1 larger string orchestra on one side of the stage, and then as far away as we can place them in the back corner of the other side of the stage will be the smaller second string orchestra. Right in the middle, near me, the conductor, will be a string quartet. And the theme is passed from group to group in the most ethereal of ways. You'll be so impressed, I think, by this living surround sound experience through the Thomas Tallis Fantasia. And we end the concert with the 4th Symphony of Ludwig van Beethoven. Why is Beethoven arguably the most important composer of all time? Well, there are many reasons and many ways to make that argument. Of course, the genius of his composition, and given the fact that he wrote many of his works without ever hearing a single note due to his deafness. I think more importantly is the fact that this is the transitional figure from classicism to romanticism. And what I love about the 4th Symphony is that he had just given us the 3rd Symphony, which stated very clearly to the world, we are moving away from classicism and beginning a bit of a romantic journey. But then he came back to the 4th Symphony and said, but wait a second, also I can present you with the absolute pinnacle, highest level of classical era music, and that's what you get in the 4th Symphony. That's how we round out this celebration of the orchestra, our Portland Symphony Orchestra, in these 4 works and this great concert. So we'll see you there.